The Reformation was not anti-Catholic. Before we get rolling, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and join the Discord. If you enjoy talking about the things that I enjoy talking about, then get on in the Discord. The Reformation was not anti-Catholic. It was perhaps anti-Roman. It was certainly anti-abuses, but it was not anti-Catholic. Now, really using anti for everything, said contra, is not very positive. The Reformation is a positive movement. And I don't say that in the sense of I'm passing a judgment and I'm saying that it had positive results. What I'm saying is that the Reformers and the Reformation was to accomplish certain things, not to frustrate other things, right? The Reformation cannot be defined, cannot be set as a movement of anti-ness, but rather a movement of pro-ness. So the Reformation was for things. It was therefore positive. And it was for principally the reformation of the church. It was not revolutionary. I mean, you have the Anabaptists and whatnot. I'm not saying that wasn't there. But the reformers wanted to reform. And it is the recalcitrance of the papists that made it, that caused the results of the Reformation to be so divisive. Now, I think about how much the Roman Church changed during the 2 centuries, really, preceding the Reformation. I've had this on my mind because I've been studying the Bear Bible a little bit, the Biblia del Oso. The Bear Bible was a Bible in Spanish, translated perhaps by a team, but principally by one man, Reina. And Reina, by the way, so the translation, the main Spanish Bible translation these days is the Reina Valera. And Spanish has changed less than English with the passing of the last few centuries. The Reina Valera is the Bible used today by many, and it's that Reina. That Reina translated a Bible into Spanish, and he had been a monk in Spain, and he had to flee and with his family, and was working with others, made this translation happen, and then he moved to Switzerland, and in Switzerland, the city government of Basel paid for the publication of this Bible, etc., etc. It's a great story, and sort of a typical Reformation story. I mean, the story of the Portuguese Bible, the João Ferreira de Almeida, has a similar story of one scholar receiving a lot of support and having to hide in Holland and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so it's a cool story, and it sort of shows how reformers were connecting all over the continent and the things they were having to flee and fight about, etc. But Spanish didn't have a Reformation or Proto-Reformation Bible as its first Bible. Spanish had the Biblia Alfonsina, Alphonse X, in the 1200s, had a Bible done in Spanish. And yes, it is the first Bible done in a European language that is not Latin. So, pretty late in the game, but if you think about the nature of literacy, the nature of scholarship, there's actually a lot of good reason for that. Now, what happens after this Bible gets translated? Not because of it, but, passing of one generation, and the Roman Church throughout Southern Europe, particularly in Spain, really starts to tighten the screws and to grab more and more power. That's the reason for the Reformation. So when the Bear Bible, when Reina's Bible was made, it was illegal to own it in Spain. That's why it was printed in Switzerland. And the printing run sold out, and they had to do another printing run, but it was illegal. This is only 50 years or so after, maybe a little more, but after the Jews had been kicked out of Spain, there was, the Inquisition was fully on, auto da fe. But just 250, 300 years before that, they've been part of a routine scholarly project. Hey, let's make a Bible in Spanish. And this is not, just high Middle Ages, mid-Middle Ages. This is fully medieval times. The Catholic Church was, generally speaking, just the Church of the West with lots of variety, with lots of variation. The English Church was very different from the Spanish Church, and there were good things and bad things. And even today, people study what happened when the Roman English Church, kind of overtook the Celtic churches on the islands. Lots of history. Overwhelmingly, though, good history. A history of a church full of variety and respect. And then Rome begins to truly attempt to wield its power. I mean, have there already been abuses? Absolutely. I'm still pissed that the Pope came out in favor of the Normans at Hastings before the battle. But it was really starting in the 1300s that it really was, and that's what the Reformation was combating. And what the Reformation wanted was to fix the Catholic Church, to remain a part of the Catholic Church, to remove that Roman aspect of it. So my hope, truly, is that one day the West will just have the Catholic Church again. And it's going to be reformed. And that would be great. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And I'm not even saying that with, it's my hope that everyone is exactly like me when that happens. I expect there will be compromise, but an engagement. Oh, what a word. I can't believe I used it. Oh, man, I would love for the history of the Western Church to have a 500 or 600 years. Just think about that. That's not that much time has passed. For the year 1000 to the year 1500 is basically from the year 1500 until now. And sometimes we just put those time periods together in our minds. That's crazy, y'all. Anyway, I would love to have this be a period of schism in the Western Church that historians study, that we all know, hey, the Western Church is united again. Sometime in the future, historians can study us. So that'd be my hope, and I expect it to happen. And just all of that to return back to the idea that the Reformation was not an anti-movement. The Reformation was not a revolutionary thing. And although they've tried to flip the tables on us, the less Catholic ones are you Romans. Okay? You grabbed the power and you kicked us out. Just come on back. We'll see you soon. All right, all you papists and non-papists, hope you enjoyed the video. Pour all your controversies into the comments section. And don't forget to join the Discord. The peace of Christ be upon you.
Aí sim é homem de verdade, não é esses troços do grupo não, essas carcaças velhas, uó, fim de carreira.
Cadê você, profeta, autarquia? Hein? Pedrada no inferno, fala comigo aí, matador de demônio. Hein?